Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Mac with 9 Before in the family. Today I'm in London, right outside of Kew Gardens. Let's go in and enjoy this wonderful garden. This is the Royal Botanical Garden, and guys, it is phenomenal. Come with us and let's go check it out. Located in southwest London, Kew Garden has the largest and most diverse biological collection of plants and fungi in the world. Any visit to Kew is a visual and biological exploration of over 68,000 plant species. Some plants are extinct in the wild, and others represent threatened plants that are only found in certain locations around the world. The plants are lovingly curated to present an awe-inspiring visual experience. This walkway is bordered on both sides by these magnificent flower beds. Let's work our way down these as we just enjoy the beauty here. The Great Broadwalk border garden is a beautiful example of a herbaceous and perennial border garden. The perennial border came from England as a version of the cottage garden that evolved in the 17th and 18th century. The coloration, the layering is really artfully done. And here you can see masterful gardening with the beds where you have the layers of this black-eyed Susan. And you can see it's almost as though there's a line drawn going down the flower bed with different colors accenting on either side. These beautiful asters here. Just wonderfully bedded. And here's a nice geranium. I believe this is Roseanne. I've never seen it in this large of a mass, surrounded by these purple asters. Roseanne is a purple geranium. Now, these cultivars were selected for their unique color and beauty. It's a great addition to any garden. And here's another beautiful statuesque grass. These grasses that add this golden color to this border when the other plants are still green and vibrant. This is so impressive, and I love the coloration. These wonderful red salvias beside these purple salvias are blooming beautifully. And here we have the daisy family. Most of these are over blooming. We're a few weeks past the prime bloom, but you can still see the beauty and the architectural design of how these plants were laid out. These beds are really tall, standing about 8 feet tall here in the back, because again, the use of grasses to heighten the flower bed is really beautiful. The plants found at Kew are curated by the Royal Botanical Gardens, Kew. In 2019, Kew Gardens had over 2.3 million public visitors. The site sits on 323 acres and has over 40 historically important buildings and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2003. Again, the use of grass here around this bench. It's a nice rose bush standing about 10 feet tall. Kew has so many magnificent flower beds. It is almost an endless parade of flowers. These beautiful asters here, the black-eyed Susans, and these others have already bloomed. And here's a beautiful bed of dahlias in this center section. It's a massive beech tree. One aspect of Kew that is really impressive are the great lengths taken to maintain certain plants that are clearly very old and fragile. Keep it up off the ground. It even has a brick center at the base of it. This was planted in 1760. Wow, this is a really old tree. several nature-inspired art installations at Kew, and one of the most impressive is the Hive. Built in the style of a massive beehive, the art installation highlights the importance of pollination and food security. The Hive is visually intriguing, but is also interactive in that there are speakers playing the sound of a beehive very loudly, so the whole art installation hums.
Be pretty at night because of all the different colored lights.
Yeah, you have the blues, and I bet you could do quite a light show. You see those like 1,000 lights in here. The light show would be phenomenal in here at nighttime. Really fantastic art installation. It looks something like a hornet's nest or, you know, a beehive. Thinking about pollination, right outside of it is a wildlife, more of just a meadow for wildflowers. They ask you not to trample on those. Of course, in Kew, you shouldn't be trampling on any of the flowers. It's all about flowers. It's all about the botanicals. And it's a wonderful display. I had no idea that this garden was so large. Really glad we came down today. Although you are surrounded by beautiful plants, Kew Garden is also a park. It's a wonderful place to take your children to just relax and enjoy a beautiful day. So it's such a hot day out here today that we're going to have to change the babies into something a little cooler. This guy's a little asleep right now, but it's really hot out, so we're going to change him over into like a lighter outfit just so they don't overheat in this heat. It's a heat wave in the UK this week in September, which is impressive. Changed over now, a little better, a little cooler. We can start out the second part of the morning here at Kew.
We're standing under the red oak, a tree that is grown in the northeastern USA. And it's so cool and relaxing. We stopped to do a diaper change, and it's just really refreshing.
So this is the Princess of Wales Conservatory. It appears to be a succulent and cactus house, but the cacti actually start outside. Opened by Diana, Princess of Wales in 1987, the Princess of Wales Conservatory is the third major conservatory at Kew. At right at 5,000 square meters, the conservatory dedicates much of its space to tropical plants. Oh, some nice South African pelargoniums here. These are commonly called geraniums, but these are actually in the family Pelargonium. There's an agave plant. Candelabra.
Seen 8 agave types, including this one, but maybe this is the one they used to make the tequila.
As a true testament to the magnificent conservatory, the cacti are located directly beside the ferns. There's so much to see in here. Start us out with cacti, then you go through tropical sections, you go through temperate sections. There's a temperate orchids, temperate ferns, and then there's temperate carnivores, which we'll see that next. But check out these magnificent lily pads, guys. These things are massive. Your volume of plants inside the Princess of Wales Conservatory is almost overwhelming. You could spend a whole day just in this one conservatory. There's so much to see here. We spent as much time in there as we could, but we realized there's so much more to see here at Kew. But I also come to understand that Kew is get a year pass, guys. You're going to need it. There is so much to see. There's no way you can see it all in just one afternoon. Next, we have a beautiful rock garden here at Kew. Across the world, where they brought in plants from all around the world. This is truly a botanical marvel. These are from Australia and New Zealand. And just right on the other side are plants from Asia. Everything at Kew is on such a grand scale. First planted in 1882, Kew's Rock Garden is one of the oldest, if not the oldest, in the world. There are numerous specialized biomes and environments at Kew. One such is this alpine house, which has plants in it that grow above the tree line. These plants thrive where most plants cannot even begin to cope with the conditions. After several hours in the morning exploring Kew, it was finally time for lunch. We decided to eat there at Kew, at the Botanical.
We just had a great lunch and we're on to exploring Kew.
And these are the flower beds in front of the palm house here at Kew Gardens. It is parterred with a soft border, annuals planted, mostly marigolds, some canna in here, very lovely. And then you see those 3 palm trees in the center. So this is the palm house here at Kew Gardens. And let's go through this. Oh, such a massive tropical palm house. These trees are from the Americas, probably Central America, where you have the jungles, and to South America. The Palm House Conservatory was completed in 1848. Many of the plants contained inside of the palm house are either endangered or extinct in the wild. That's a massive palm that just rises far overhead. These palm trees are anywhere from 5 to 30 feet tall. And here we have the African palms. These are found on the African continent. And let's go up to the second level here inside of the Palm Conservatory. And exiting out the back of the palm house is the rose garden here at Kew. Let's take a quick look at some of these rose varieties. They appear to be all one variety in one bed. This is Princess Alexandria of Kent, a David Austin rose. Here's Scepter's Owl, another David Austin. Tranquility, also a David Austin rose. So it appears that the rose garden here at Kew is a David Austin rose garden. And we are here directly behind the Palm House, which is a magnificent conservatory filled predominantly with palm from all over the world. Opened in May 1863, the Temperate House is the most impressive conservatory at Kew. Construction did begin in the 1860s and the conservatory did open in 1863, but it was not completed until 1899. Of all the conservatories at Kew, this is the one that I was the most excited to visit. And we're entering now the Temperate House. There's a hydrangea, multiple types. Indian azalea, which is very common. These plants are a lot of plants that you see in America in the temperate regions. I'm very familiar with a great many of these plants. Here's another azalea. This is the main block, 1862, of the Temperate House. This is a truly magnificent structure. One of the largest conservatory buildings I've ever been in. Look at these magnificent ferns. Oh my goodness, they're truly massive ferns. Kew is filled with beautiful flowers and plants and botanicals, but the most impressive are these ferns right here behind me. They're tall, the trunks are dark, which the stems, I guess they're not trunks, but the stems are dark color. It's just a beautiful, unique look. I've never seen anything quite like it before. The Chilean wine palm can grow taller than 30 meters and greater than 1 meter in diameter. So this is a small one.
Being at the park today has been great. It's been a great opportunity to get the twins flipped over to the right time cycle. They've still been a little confused with the day-night, but being out in the sun all day has been really good to help them get balanced.
Kew is a massive botanical garden, and after a whole day of touring conservatories and walking amongst the flower beds, as the evening started to set, we started the long trek back across the garden to home. This is Lady's Mantle.
You put this in your yard.
Yeah, I had some of this by the side. Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah, this is called Lady's Mantle. It's really nice. Ground cover. The staff that it takes to maintain Kew Gardens, wow, that's all I can say. Wow, we saw so many people there cutting, trimming, hedging, maintaining. Wow, it takes so much effort to maintain a massive garden and keep everything as beautiful. Those plants all look healthy. Everything looks so good. And I just can't imagine the massive undertaking that it takes to keep it going day in and day out, year after year. Hats off to the team managing and running Kew Gardens. We spent a whole day here at Kew Garden. We could easily spend a week here. There's so much to see and there's so much to do. If you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. Follow along. We'll keep going to great and interesting places all around the world, and we'll love to have you with us. Blair.
I was trying to wear a halter dress, and it was hot as the dickens when y'all got married.